Granite YTH, what's going on, everybody? Pastor Tom here. Hey, listen, I wanted to give you something here today that I hope will not only encourage you, but challenge you to grow forward a little bit today and this week, all right? I want to kick this off with a question. In fact, it's a question that God himself has given everybody the permission to ask him. And the question is simply this: what have you come to teach me? Right here, right now, in this moment, what have you come to teach me? You see, a lot of us, we get so caught up in the past, and we get so caught up in the things that are beyond our control and the things that we can no longer change. Or there's a lot of us even that we get focused on the future, and we get focused on the unknowns and the things that aren't even here yet. It gives us so much stress, anxiety, and worry, and again, it's not even here yet. But what about the present? What about this moment right now? No matter what you're going through, no matter if you're going through good things, bad things, even ugly things. Some of you may be going through it right now. But have you ever stopped to ask, what has God come to teach you in the present moment? And I'm talking to anybody here. Again, people that are going through good things right now. You see, a lot of times there can be a lot of great things happening in our life, and that's when we take our focus off of God because things are going so well. Well, what is God trying to teach you in the moments where life is going really good? Or maybe you're dealing with a lot of circumstances, you're dealing with a lot of situations that you got more questions than answers. You're just frustrated, you're hurt, you're dealing with all kinds of emotions. Well, God wants to use this moment and those moments as well. But ask him, what has he come to teach you? Deuteronomy 29:29 says this: the Lord our God has secrets known to no one. There are some things that God only knows, that God's going to keep for himself. That may frustrate you. But listen, here's what I encourage you to do. Write those things down and then ask God when we see him one day in heaven. But God wants to hold some things close to the vest. But you know what it also says in that verse as well? We are not accountable for those things. You see, the things that God wants to keep for himself, guess what? We're not accountable for them. Give them to God and let him deal with it. He's got a plan for it. But we and our children, you, me, your friends, your family, anybody you're associated with, we're only accountable forever for all that God has revealed to us. So whatever you're going through in this moment, whatever you're going through in the here and now, that's what you and I are accountable to. Whatever God's put right in front of us. And again, the good, the bad, and even the ugly. And the reason why God has put certain things in front of you and me is at the end of this verse it says, so that we may obey all the terms of these instructions. And that's a heavy ending to this verse, because you know what? If you're going through good things right now, if everything's great, then hey, it's good to listen to this verse. It's easy because God's revealing you all kinds of great things. So focus on him, and yeah, we're all good. But what about those that are struggling right now? What about those that are hurting right now? What about the things that God is revealing to you aren't so good? And God's saying here, obey all the terms of these instructions. Again, you got to go back to the original question. What have you come to teach me? Don't waste this moment. Don't waste the opportunity that's right in front of you for God to teach you something to help you grow forward today. Listen, you may be saying, well, why do I got to deal with what I'm going through right now? You may ask all kinds of other different questions. Ask the one question: what have you come to teach me? God may try to teach you something right now in your life that's going to help you become the person that he's called you to be. For your friends, for your family, hey, for yourself. So instead of worrying about the things that you can't control, instead of staying frustrated, instead of staying angry or upset, ask God to teach you something. But then open up your heart to what he wants to teach you. Because here's the thing. It's the last thing I'm going to give you. The circumstances that you're asking God that's going on in your life right now, that you want him to teach you, that you want him to reveal to you, may be the same circumstances that God's trying to use to push you forward. So those circumstances that might be bringing you down, or those circumstances that may be discouraging you, may be the same circumstances that God is trying to use to change you. Ask God the question, what have you come to teach me. Ask him to reveal you something in your life and watch what he does. It's powerful. It's life-changing. You ask God to teach you something. You ask God to put things in front of you and to put things into perspective. And man, just watch what he does. But the one thing that you got to do is you got to trust him. If you're going to ask God, if you're going to be bold to ask God the question, what have you come to teach me? Then you also got to be bold enough to listen. You also got to be bold enough to trust. So I hope that encourages you. I hope that challenges you. But I also hope that this week, God will teach you something to help you grow forward. If you need anything, let us know. We're here for you. We're praying for you. All right, we'll catch up later. Peace.